Guilford Tech Community College Titans and your BCC Dolphins. The National Junior College Athletic Association and Brunswick Community College promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments, profanity, racist, sexist, or other abusive comments directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated or grounds for removal from the facility. Brunswick Community College thanks you for your support and cooperation. Will everyone please rise as we honor America with our national anthem. Starting lineups. First for the Titans of Guilford Tech. Starting at forward, number 3, Precious Harris. Starting at guard, number 4, Ariel Williams. Starting at guard, number 10, Asia Matthews. Starting at center, number 22, Jamari Lyons. And starting at forward, number 32, Vinda Chopper. The Titans are coached by Erica Handy, and she is assisted by Chauncey Harris and Eric Daniels. And now for your BCC Dolphins. Starting at forward, number 12, Jemiah Leach. Starting at center, number 3, Sedasia Murphy. Starting at guard, number 10, Skylar Lassiter. Starting at forward, number 5, Brooke Welton. And starting at guard, number 24, Galen Logan Bundy. The Dolphins are coached by Joe Gallahan, and he is assisted by Andy Mercer and Mike Hoffman. Thank you.
It's the Brunswick Dolphins and Guilford Tech Titans tonight on YouTube. And as always, it's brought to you by our friends at Coastal Transplants. Hi again, everybody. Chris Sheeman. Glad to be with you. Titans coming in at 4-10, 4-8 in the region. Dolphins 2-16, 1-12 in the region. Guilford Tech last played on Sunday. They won by 8 at Johnston Community College. This is game 2 of a 4-game road trip for the Titans. For Brunswick, losing on Wednesday against Wake Tech 65-46. Brunswick shot just 22% in that game as the tip is controlled by the Titans. And we're underway. Sedasia Murphy had a good game against Wake, 13 points on 9 of 14 from the free throw line. Kaylin Logan Boaknight also was in double figures with 10. Guilford going down low to their leading scorer, Bentley Chalkley, and she is blocked. So nice defensive start for Brunswick as they have their first offensive possession now. Blocking the basketball at home, we've talked about this before for Brunswick, not an issue as the Dolphins averaging over 4 blocks a game. Sedasia Murphy climbing the rankings in terms of total blocks as she turns it over here. So Guilford gets the steal into the forecourt. Matthews can't get it to go. The putback attempt by Matthews no good, and here comes Murphy. Brooke Wilkins now takes it to the far side. Minute in, no score yet. Nobody on Lassiter. She didn't realize how open she was. got it to Murphy, and then Murphy way too strong. So a mistake there by Brunswick. A golden opportunity for Lassiter, who had 4 points on Wednesday. But again, I don't think she recognized how open she was. Chokley is fouled, and a good free throw shooter. First foul of the game for either team. Bentley Chokley, 18.1 points per ball game, near 7 rebounds a game as well. 75% free throw shooter for Guilford. And she's money on the first one. Guilford, game 2 of a 4-game road trip there at Catawba on Tuesday. This is game 2 of a 4-game homestand for Brunswick. On Wednesday, they host Cape Fear, I believe is nationally ranked. Offensive rebound, and the bucket is good by Precious Harris. This is a game for the Dolphins. They got to come out strong here. Guilford, yeah, they've won 4, but this is a winnable game for Brunswick. And right now they're getting beat in an area where they shouldn't be getting beat, and it's rebounding. It's the extra chance opportunities right now for the Titans, who on the season, Guilford Tech is -5 in rebounding. Dolphins a pretty good rebounding team. They're about +4 on the year, and they've done some nice rebounding against some top-tier Region 10 teams. So that's going to be a big key here today, this afternoon for Brunswick. They've got to come out with some fire in their bellies, recognizing this is one chance to get a win against a tough Cape Fear team coming up on Wednesday. You want to get a victory coming in, but they have started very sloppy. Dolphins just turning it over on back-to-back possessions now. So Guilford leads at 3-zip, and they have the basketball. Titans, game 3 of that 4-game road trip will be on Tuesday. They'll be at Catawba Valley. High pass, too high for Harris, as Williams commits the turnover. So Brunswick, another opportunity to get on the board here. Well, despite the struggle shooting against Wake on Wednesday, January is still the best shooting month of the season for Brunswick. Kaylin Logan Boaknight's been a big reason why. She passes to Lassiter, throws it up short, and a fight for the rebound. The possession arrow favors Guilford Tech. First meeting this year between the Titans and Dolphins. Last year, Titans won the lone meeting at home by 35, 65-30. Team split back in 21-22. Dolphins won the last home meeting 58-48. Titans' last win at Brunswick was back in 2018. They got to get it across here, and they're not going to do it. It's a 10-second violation. Nice pressure defense there for Brunswick. So it's been 6 seasons since Guilford has won on the Dolphins' home court. Early sub Williams has committed a couple of turnovers. Erica Handy not happy, so she brings in a sub we'll tell you about as soon as I can see the jersey number. But Brunswick basketball right now with Brooke Wilkins top of the key against this 2-3 zone. It's Lassiter on the right side, Boaknight on the left. Back to Lassiter with 17 on the shot clock. Murphy loses it. Just dismal start for Brunswick at the start here. Miles down low, entry pass deflected, and it's going to be a foul. Kaylin Logan Boaknight, Dolphins playing fine defensively. They just have to settle in on the offensive end, but Kaylin Logan Boaknight gets the turnover, and then Guilford Tech on the foul. Kaylin Logan Boaknight, 10.5 points per ball game in January. She is 44% from 3 in the month of January. Now 38th in D2 in three-point shooting. Jemiah Leach misses it back rim. Tip for the rebound. Leach with the putback. There's what we were talking about as the Dolphins get on the board. Extra chance opportunities outworking the Titans. All in play here this afternoon. Guilford Tech shuts me up as they come right back for an and one opportunity. So Jamaria Miles averaging 13 a game on the board. This is a pretty good free throw shooting team. Some players have struggled. Mentioned Chokley is 75%, Miles 72%, as she completes the old school three-point play. 6-2 for Guilford. With 6:54 to go here in the opening quarter. Chris Shima, glad to be with you from the home studio in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. I hope the weather's better wherever you are. It is just, I said at the start tonight. It's not tonight, it's today. It's still afternoon, but we have not seen the sun in a good 2 weeks here in Cleveland, so it feels like nighttime where I am. Hopefully that's not the case where you are. Brooke Wilkins out to Lassiter. Nice move by Schuyler. Gets it back to Brooke. Driving on the baseline, and she got fouled. Both teams with 2 team fouls here about 3.5 minutes into this opening quarter. Erica Handy subbing at every dead ball, bringing in Precious Harris, Krishia McCoy in for Brunswick. High pass, but Wilkins chases it down, so Boat Knight for 3. The Rainbow is off the back iron. Rebound chased down by Guilford. Titans, Williams turns it over for a 3rd time, then gets it back. Down low to Miles. Miles goes glass and scores. 5 quick ones for Jamaria Miles. And Guilford with the start that Brunswick needed to have. They lead at 8-2. 4 minutes in. Krishia McCoy, Wilkins, now Leach. Back out Krishia from the free throw line, gets the friendly rim. Krishia McCoy just a shade under 10 points per ball game on the year. Guilford answers with an and one on a make again. Forget everything I said about the defense for Brunswick. It has collapsed in the last couple of moments, and Jamaria Miles has 7 points in the last, minute and a half, maybe? Chance to make it 8 now. Tovia Rooks also in for Guilford Tech. They lead it by 7, 11-4. Wilkins into the forecourt. McCoy back to Brooke. Again against the zone for the Titans. Wilkins swings it out to Boat Knight. Murphy drives in the lane, draws contact, and Sadeja getting comfortable at the free throw line. She's going to go back there. I mentioned 14 attempts from the charity stripe against Wake on Wednesday. Murphy didn't have a great shooting game, but in a rhythm at the free throw line, ended up leading the team in scoring as Cache Morton comes into the game, and Brooke Wilkins goes out. Murphy 9 points per ball game, over 9 rebounds, 1.3 blocks per game. Murphy is now 35th in Division II. She's got 24 total blocks on the season. And continues to be in rhythm from that carryover from Wednesday. Miles putting the moves on. Swings it out left side. Guilford to the rim. Bucket no good. Murphy with the rebound. McCoy throws it ahead to Leach. Leach, tough angled shot, missed it. Chokley brought it into the forecourt. What a steal by Leach coming from behind. Ball deflected. Extra pass goes to McCoy, and she's fouled. So Cache Morton with the dime attempt, and instead Krishia McCoy going to the free throw line. 57% free throw shooter. Both teams with 3 team fouls. We got a timeout. We'll have free throws when we come back just past the midway point here in quarter number 1. Dolphins continue to get to the line. Now 14 fouls for Guilford Tech, 3 on Brunswick, and the first one is good for Krishia McCoy. 22.5 free throw attempts per game is 8th best in D2 for Brunswick. 1 out of 2 at the line, but the offensive rebound is there. Cache Morton travels with the basketball. Dolphins have started to pick it up on the offensive glass. This is a Dolphins team that can rebound the basketball. But right now, just a little too sloppy with the basketball. 4 turnovers already here in the opening quarter for Brunswick. Williams cutoff, gets it out to Harris. Top of the key 3 is no good. Offensive rebound now for Guilford, and the bucket no good by Rooks. Murphy collects. McCoy into the forecourt. Boatnight. And that ball is kicked out of bounds. Jada Burnett coming in for Joe Gaughan. So it's Burnett, Morton, McCoy, Boatnight, and Murphy right now, with 4:11 to go here in this opening quarter. McCoy back to Boatnight. Cache Morton trying to catch the high pass, and it's been sloppy. Like I said, just turnover after turnover. Dolphins averaging about 21 turnovers a game, and they're well past that pace at this point. Inside 4 minutes to go. Guilford with a 4-point lead. Matthews got it into the forecourt. Near side Williams, back to Matthews. Throws it to the left side. Down low they go to Rooks. Good ball movement as Rooks looking to go down low, this time to Chokley. And the Titans turn it over. Whew. Dolphins with the basketball as McCoy walks it up. Looks like a 2-1-2 zone almost now for Guilford, showing a couple of different looks in the zone here this afternoon. Murphy bounce pass to Burnett. Swings it out. And the jumper no good by McCoy. Put back by Boatnight. No, how about Murphy? Yes, and the foul. Sadeja and the Dolphins crashing that offensive glass. Remember, against Lewisburg last weekend, Brunswick had 22 offensive rebounds in that game. And right now, the extra chance opportunities helping the Dolphins stay in this one. Chance to make it just a 1-point game. Missed it, ball out of bounds, and they say it's off Rooks, I believe, so it's going to stay with Brunswick. This could be a huge sequence here as Boatnight looks to get it in. McCoy back to Kalen. Bounce pass deflected. Murphy comes up with it, but travel. 5 team fouls already for Guilford, 3 for Brunswick with 3:07 left to go here in the opening quarter. The trap is on again for Brunswick. Oh, nice play there by McCoy. Got in the passing lane. Beautiful pick. Krishia McCoy putting the moves on to Burnett. Jada in the lane, double dribble. Yeah, just picked it up after that first dribble long enough to be guilty. The Dolphins can just clean it up. We want to see a win. Into the forecourt now, Williams from Matthews. Williams doubled up and another pocket pick. This time it's Murphy. McCoy looking to attack, 3-on-2. McCoy takes it herself, no good. Rebound controlled by Guilford, and the move to the bucket is good. I'm sorry, I can't see the jersey number. Still can't. I'll tell you who it was here in a moment. I believe it was Matthews. Boak Knight into the forecourt. Guilford back up by 4. I think it's Reynolds. Nope, it was Harris. So Harris' second field goal. Dolphins come up empty. Now Chokley going to work. Puts it up, no. So you can see Guilford, what they want to do today. They want to push the tempo. Make or miss. They're coming down quickly. Dolphins have to recognize that. They've started to settle in better defensively after a poor start. Boak Knight now is fouled. And again, Dolphins keep attacking. Efforts starting to pick up for Brunswick. Jemiah Leach, 2 points so far this afternoon, back in. So Boak Knight, we talked about her shooting and starting to get more comfortable and climbing the three-point shooting rankings in Division II in the NJCAA. Close to 8 points per ball game on the season, gets both free throws here. Brooke Wilkins coming back in for her, so a first break for Kalen here today. Near side, it's Harris. Bounce pass goes. Handoff to Matthews. Matthews attacks. Matthews scores. Good aggressive play there. LaAsia Matthews averaging 14 a game. She's on the board for the first time here today. Cache Morton, bounce pass to Burnett. Jada Burnett throws it up, looking for contact. Good defense there by Bentley Chokley. Matthews again, the bounce pass down low. The flip by Rooks, no good. Rooks with the putback attempt as she stayed with it. And Tovia Rooks going to the free throw line. Off the bench for Erica Handy, Rooks is averaging close to 8 points and 7 rebounds per game. That's good production. It's not a very deep team, Guilford Tech. They're only, I think, about 7 deep. So you really need those bench players to be productive when you don't have a lot of depth, and that's what Rooks has given them. 3 main scorers are Miles, Chokley, and Matthews. Good free throw shooting for both teams at the start of this one. Dolphins with their 4th team foul, by the way, as we go inside a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Jada Burnett, turnaround, no. Burnett stays with it. She's going to the free throw line. So a lot of whistles here in this first quarter as we've seen a lot of play in the paint. Not a lot of three-point shooting for either one of these teams. Both teams shooting the three well under 30% as Jada Burnett looking for her first points. Struggling from the free throw line this season. Looking good on that one, though. Burnett, the local kid from down the road in Charlotte, gets 1 out of 2. Chokley with the rebound. Matthews pass into the forecourt. Williams quickly down low. Now they swing it out. Chokley thought about the 3. Instead to Matthews for 3, no good. Nice box out there by Jada. Wilkins into the forecourt. McCoy's been good off the bench. Leach attacks, flips it up and in. Jemiah looking a little more comfortable there. And it's a 3-point game. Last shot time in the quarter if Guilford wants to hold it. They've been just pushing on everything. Good ball movement here, now using the baseline, and Leach with that little swipe down. Gonna send the Titans to the free throw line. And again, it's Bentley Chokley, who's 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe here today. So we got a free throw shooting contest here in this first quarter. Miles leads everybody with 8 points For Brunswick, Sadasia Murphy and Jemiah Leach both have 4. Seven seconds to work with. Here comes Brunswick. Wilkins swings it out to McCoy. Bounce pass goes awry, and the Dolphins are not going to get a shot up. 1 quarter in the books. Guilford wins the first 10 minutes, 19-14. We'll be back with quarter number 2 here in just a moment. Underway here in the second quarter. Dolphins with the basketball, trailing by 5 against Guilford Tech. Chris Sheeman back here with you. Thanks for joining us here on this Saturday afternoon. Brooke Wilkins' first shot no good, but the put back underneath by Leach, who has now 6 points in the game to lead Brunswick. Jamaria Miles scored 8 points in about a 90-second span. She's got 8. Matthews swings it to Harris on the left, back to Matthews in the corner. Now Rook's top of the key. Here's Harris. See how everybody touches the ball for Guilford. Just beautiful ball movement. Shot was an air ball, though. Burnett with another rebound. McCoy's got to be careful. Got rid of it. Cache Morton now. McCoy will attack. Throws it up too strong. Put back. Yes, Jemiah Leach. 8 quick points for Jemiah. She's got the last 6 for Brunswick. It's a 1-point game. Dolphins have not led yet in this game. Guilford's led by as many as 7. Almost turning it over there. Williams able to save it. Now Matthews will set it up for the Titans on a 4-game road trip. Guilford Tech. Good ball movement. Open. Matthews got the 3. This is kind of how it happened in the first half against Wake. You know, Dolphins kept hanging around, and every time it looked like they could get their first lead of the game, Wake would hit a big shot like we saw there from Matthews. And Wake went on a run on Wednesday in between the second and third quarters, and it ended up being a blowout. No shot. We got an offensive foul as Krishai McCoy takes the charge for Brunswick. Kaylin Logan Boaknight with 2 points comes in for Cache Morton. Wilkins running the point right now for your Dolphins. 2-3 zone again for Guilford. We've seen a couple of different zone types as McCoy draws contact. Harris didn't think so, but already 2 quick fouls on Guilford, and the Dolphins keep attacking, keep getting to the free throw line. It's done them well so far here today. McCoy 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe. She's got 3 points. Make it 4. Free throw shooting really improving for Brunswick as the season has gone on. Harris, left wing. Drives baseline, draws contact. They might count that bucket. I think they're going to count that. So the bucket counts. Precious Harris now with 6 and a chance to make it 7 at the free throw line. Sadeja Murphy going to come in for Leach, but great minutes for Jemiah Leach so far today with 8 points. Murphy's got 4. Precious Harris, 44% free throw shooter. Missed it. Murphy the rebound. Bouknight pushing it into the front court for Brunswick. And a mistake there. McCoy just lost the handle on it. Passes off the mark for Guilford and back-to-back turnovers. Brunswick will get it back. Mentioned Guilford Tech coming off that win on Sunday against Johnston Community College. They had a season-high 20 assists in that game. You can see the ball movement. Erica Handy's got her team playing unselfish basketball. Jumper no good by McCoy, and it's off Guilford Tech, out of bounds. So Logan Bouknight to inbound it. McCoy out deep. Wilkins on the wing. Murphy back to Brook. Here is McCoy. Rockets it for Murphy. Extra pass to Bouknight. Shot clock at 4. Bouknight got a hoist. Can't get the 3. Wilkins trying to hold off, and the ball goes out of bounds off the rim. So back to Guilford. Asia Matthews running the point right now. Nearly 3 assists per game. Harris stripped, got it back. The little tip pass to Rooks, and then it's swatted by guess who? Sadeja Murphy blocks it again. That, I believe, is her second block, maybe her third. I can't remember if she had 2. There were 2 early on for Brunswick. I don't know if they were both by Murphy or not. Inbound to Williams. Matthews to Harris in the corner. Steps right, fires it off the back rim. Fight for the rebound. Harris chased it down, tried to get rid of it, and then a tie-up is going to keep it with the Titans. 6:25 to go until halftime. And a player down right now for Brunswick. So we got an injury timeout. Take 30 seconds and then see where we're at from there. Logan Bouknight was the player who was injured, but got up pretty quickly. She will go out of the game. Anaya Hemby in for the first time here today. Dolphins down by 4. Harris, entry pass deflected, comes out to Matthews. Matthews gets around 2 defenders, met at the rim, but scores. Asia Matthews was 7. Jamaria Miles leads them with 8. Precious Harris has 6 in the game for Guilford Tech as they build it out now to 6. Biggest lead was 7 for Guilford Tech. No ties or lead changes here in this one. Guilford Tech forces the turnover. Out on the run, an easy one for Matthews. Making an 8-point game. Matthews now with 9. So biggest lead for Guilford. Dolphins got to get back to attacking the hoop again. Murphy baseline, air ball. Good box out there by Chokley. Rooks sends it ahead. Harris driving. Harris throws it up off the glass. And 8 points for Precious Harris. Lead grows to 10 for Guilford. This is a must possession here for Brunswick. McCoy on the near side. Titans making a run. Krishaya McCoy bounce pass to Murphy. Leaves it for Jada. The flip is no good. Pushing it, Chokley. She'll attack. Gets around 2 defenders. Surprised Brunswick's not calling a timeout here. This run is growing now for Guilford. It's a 12-point game. Good ball movement here. The cut. Shot no good, but Krishaya McCoy going to the free throw line. Third team foul on Guilford, 1 on Brunswick, and we'll have free throws when we come back. 4:34 left to play here in this opening half. Titans on a roll right now. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Sheeman here with you, and Guilford Tech on a nice run. This is about when the Dolphins went into their drought against Wake Tech, and struggling right now, trying to change that at the free throw line is Krishaya McCoy. Free throw shooting is really the only thing keeping Brunswick in this game. They've played well at times defensively. They've crashed the offensive glass, but way too many turnovers, and the defense is starting to get sloppy here in the second quarter. McCoy up to 6 points. Jemiah Leach leads them with 8. Hopefully Brunswick can get Kaylin Logan Boatnight out there quickly. She left with an injury here in this quarter. 1 out of 2 at the free throw line, and Jada Burnett called over the back there. Second team foul on Brunswick. Brunswick back in that trap. They've forced some turnovers out of it. Not this time, though. The shot no good down low. That was Rooks, I believe. Couldn't get it. Wilkins looking to push. Out to Hemby, jumper. An air ball. Comes right to Sadeja. The flip underneath, no good. Dolphins can't buy one right now. Williams attacking. Williams hesitates, attacks, got blocked. Nope, they say she lost it out of bounds. Brunswick will get it back. Dolphins got to wake up again. Wilkins to Hemby. Murphy bounce passes it right to the other team. Williams to Matthews. Williams now from the pocket, no good. Deja Murphy's got yet another rebound. On her way to double digits in rebounding today. Hemby back to McCoy, top of the key. Brooke Wilkins gets a screen. Leaves it for Sadeja. Back out to Hemby. 9 to shoot. Hemby loses it. Got it back. Brooke Wilkins loses it. 3 to shoot. Murphy throws it up. Can't get it to go, and that should be a 30-second. That's a shot clock violation. It did not touch the rim. The officials are going to talk about it. Maybe it did. I don't think it did. No, that's the correct call. So Titans will get it back. 3:09 left to play here until halftime. And there's Kaylin Logan Boaknight. Good to see her back out there after I said earlier left with an injury, but she was up pretty quickly after taking a hard fall. And I think we got a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside as well. Be right back. All right, folks, so a little trouble with our scoreboard. We will probably have to do without it for the rest of the half, and then I'll keep you updated on the time and the score and all that. So we're just inside 3 minutes to go, 2:57 to be exact. Dolphins down, and the flip shot is good by Rooks. So Tovia Rooks, first field goal. She's got 4 in the game, and Brunswick now down by 13. This is the biggest lead of the game for Guilford Tech. Hemby, turnaround shot, yes. Anaya Hemby, first bucket. 34-23. Catch and shoot, Harris for 3, no good. Rebound by Hemby. Dolphins maybe poised for a little bit of a run here with 2:18 left to play here in the half. Brooke Wilkins now in the corner. Chance to make it single digits here on this trip. Ooh, that pass. Way too much on that one from Krishaya. And it's another turnover for Brunswick. Matthews, extra pass to Williams, but she traveled with it. Officiating crews, they're on it today. They have not missed a call. It's rare that we say that, but this group is on the money. Brooke Wilkins turns it over. Harris with the steal, throws it down for Williams. Nice defensive effort there by Krishaya McCoy sprinting back. So 1:46 left to go. It's 34-23, Guilford. Skylar Lassiter comes in for Wilkins now. Titans will have plenty of time on the shot clock, almost the full thing. Don't need it, though. Matthews is wide open, grazes the front rim. Lassiter's got a 2-on-1. Lassiter takes it herself and scores right off the bench. Skylar Lassiter, 34-25 now, and that entry pass deflected. Again, Dolphins starting to get the message. You see what Guilford is trying to do. We've talked about it earlier, but after every make, they're trying to push it. Dolphins have really hustled back here. Chance possibly to get it into maybe back down to 5 or 4 where we've been most of the day. The turnaround shot no good. Boaknight with the rebound. So Dolphins getting stops. making sure it's a one and done as well. Hemby on the near side, hand off to Kaling. Goes around one defender, the runner is good. Nice little run here by Brunswick. 27 on the board now for the Dolphins. It's a 7-point game, 6-0 run for Brunswick. Trying to answer back quickly. Matthews comes up short, and it's ripped away by Boaknight. Camlin Logan Boaknight doing it on both ends as we go inside a minute to go. McCoy rockets that one again. Takes something off of it, Krishaya. She knew it right away, too. So 14.9, the difference between the game and shot clock. Dolphins still on a 6-0 run, though. After Guilford Tech took its biggest lead of the game at 13, it's now down to 7, 34-27. Matthews from way downtown, and it's going back to Brunswick. So last shot time here in this first half for Brunswick. And a really good response for the Dolphins. I said a few minutes ago they need to wake up. They have awoken again. So, yeah, about 20 seconds. 2-3 again for Guilford. We've seen a 2-3. We've seen a 2-1-2. Looks like they might be back in that 2-1-2. 3 seconds to go. They get it to Boaknight. She's got a hoist. And hits! Is it a 3 or a 2? It's a 2. But what an end to the first half for Brunswick. They go down 13, finish with an 8-0 run, and we got ourselves a basketball game again. It's 34-29 Guilford. We'll take the halftime break. We'll come back in about 15 minutes and bring you all the second half fun. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, as we're just about set to get underway here in the second half. Dolphins currently enjoying an 8-0 run as the third quarter begins. Guilford Tech went up by 13 points. And then the Dolphins now make it 10 straight as that jumper is good by Jemiah Leach, who's the first player in the game on double figures with 10. For Guilford, LaAsia Matthews, Jamaria Miles with 8 points each. Precious Harris also with 8. 5 for Bentley Chokley and 4 for Rooks. For Brunswick, as I mentioned, Jemiah Leach with 10. Krishaya McCoy, Kaylin Logan Boaknight have 6 points apiece. Sadasia Murphy with 4. Skylar Lassiter with 2. Did I say Krishaya McCoy? I think I did, but just in case, she's got 6. And then Jada Burnett with 1. Sadasia Murphy, tough angled shot there. Rebound controlled by Guilford. So 10 straight points for the Dolphins, who went down 34-21. Things were looking bleak, but credit the Dolphins fighting their way back. Guilford has led throughout. There have been no ties and no lead changes. For the most part, it's been close, other than that run that Guilford made to go up double figures. I think we're going to have a foul called here on Brunswick. No, it's just out of bounds. So Dolphins get it back. Matthews was looking for a whistle, but she was out of bounds already. And the ball goes back to Brunswick. 10 straight points for the Dolphins. Good to see some fight out of Brunswick here in this ball game. Guilford Tech 4-10, 4-8 in the region. Dolphins 2-16, 1-12 in the region. Murphy gets it out to Leach. Flip shot short. Ball batted. Leach has it. Had to save it. Logan Boaknight is there. Kaylin Logan Boaknight's getting it to Wilkins. Now Lassiter. Lassiter to Murphy. Great ball movement. Shot too strong. Put back by Leach. 12 straight for Brunswick. Jemiah Leach with 12, and it's a 1-point game. Nobody back. Williams attack. Swatted by Murphy, who recovered late. Dolphins doing that work right now. 2 minutes into this third quarter, the momentum continues for Brunswick. Williams now to Matthews. Bounce pass by Harris down low. Chokley goes to work. And the first bucket in forever for the Titans puts them up by 3. Ends a 12-0 run for Brunswick. Wilkins, top of the key. Boaknight left wing. Murphy back to Brook from the elbow. Jumper off. Tip for the rebound. Chokley with the nice box out. Matthews into the forecourt. Down low it goes, and that's a bucket and 1 for Miles. Miles is an interesting story here this afternoon. She scored a whole bunch of points very quick. No, correction, that was Chokley. My apologies. That's a 32, not a 22. So Bentley Chokley with an opportunity to get into double figures. And she does. Old school three-point play complete. So Chokley on a 5-0 run of her very own pushes the lead back to 6 right now for Guilford. Lassiter to Murphy. Wilkins, Boaknight, and Leach the corner shot. Ooh, rebound by Matthews. Lost the dribble, but nobody's around so she can recover. Oh, Chokley was not expecting it, but it was deflected by Brunswick. Jada Burnett going to come in for Sadasia Murphy, early sub for Joe Gaughan. Game 2 of a 4-game homestand for Brunswick, with you again on Wednesday against Cape Fear, and then Brunswick will stream the game on Saturday of next week against Central Carolina. I won't be with you for that one. Gather the family and sit around and do your own play-by-play commentary. Guilford Tech, this is game 2 of a 4-game road trip. They'll be in action at Catawba on Tuesday. Chokley, too strong. Lassiter, the box out. Wilkins just gained control. Burnett back to Brook. There's Lassiter on the wing. Boaknight, Leach. Burnett shot it over a double team. Interesting possession there for Brunswick. Matthews into the forecourt. That shot attempt is no good. Then we get a tie-up as Miles was aggressive. Possession arrow favors Guilford with 6:03 left to go here in this third quarter. Harris to inbound. Catch and shoot. Matthews for three. Nice answer here by Guilford. Matthews now in double figures with 12. So an 8-0 run for Guilford. Timeout called by the Titans as we step aside as well. Well, credit the Titans. Dolphins in between the second and third quarters scored 12 straight. It made it a one-point game. Dolphins just can't seem to get over that hump right now. And Guilford, just like that, has pushed it right back out to 9 on an 8-0 run of its own. 42-33. Into the forecourt, it's Wilkins. Logan Boaknight doubled up. Needs some help. It's ripped away by Williams, but I don't think there was a foul. What was the call there? Was there a change of possession there? Is that what happened? And then a turnover? I think it was, well, the jump ball. Yeah, it was a jump ball. My apologies. Oh, wake up, Chris. All right. 7 to shoot for the Dolphins. Boaknight gets it to Wilkins with 4 to shoot. Lassiter, bounce pass is deflected. Dolphins not going to get it off. Shot clock violation and out of the timeout. Titans locking down defensively. Dolphins in a zone of their own. Looks like a 1-2-2. Great ball movement, and Chokley's been the woman of the quarter. She's got 10 points. Chance to add to that. Lasia Matthews leads them with 12. Miles has 8. She scored 8 in like a 90-second span and then has not been heard of or heard from since then. That happened all the way back early in the first quarter. Chokley, 75% free throw shooter, gets the first one to go. So 12 straight for Brunswick, and now Guilford Tech's pushed it back to double figures on a 9-0 run of its own. McCoy Pass just a little bit off the mark. Kalen Logan Boaknight tried to save it, but saved it to the wrong team. And then Guilford throws it away. Sloppy play there. And I believe we're going to go to a timeout. 4:41 left to go here in the third quarter as we step aside once again. Welcome back. 4:41 left to go. If you're just joining us, Guilford's led by as many as 13. Between the end of the second quarter, beginning of the third quarter, Dolphins went on a 12-0 run. It was a one-point game, and as you can see, it's not a one-point game anymore. 9 straight for Guilford Tech. So they're back up double figures. Brunswick will have the basketball. Jemiah Leach leading them with 12 points. McCoy and Logan Boaknight with 6 points each. Brooke Wilkins floater short. Rebound controlled by the Titans. Harris pushing. Harris is fouled. I believe the foul was on the floor. It'll be the third on Brunswick. I don't think we have free throws here. That's the kind of continuation. Sometimes they give you that in the pros, but not in college. Inbound goes to Williams. Matthews directs traffic with plenty of time on the shot clock here. Now it's Harris. Matthews in the corner. Pass deflected. Nice deflection there by McCoy. Boaknight into the forecourt. Here's Krishaya on the far side of your screen. Brooke Wilkins to the hoop. Can't score. Good athleticism there by Harris. Showing off her speed to get herself open. Nice cut, and then the circus shot. She's up to double figures. Precious Harris with 10. Entry pass looking for Burnett, and it's going to be the first foul of the quarter on Guilford Tech. $11 straight for the Titans. Dolphins, it's tough to come back from double figures over and over in a game. This is similar to what happened against Wake. This third quarter is just gone down the drain here. Nice deflection there by Burnett. It stays with Guilford, though. The runner no good by Matthews. Logan Boaknight. He's got numbers. Floats it up off the back rim. Tip for the rebound. Guilford's got a breakaway here. It's a 2 on nobody. And the layup is good down low. Believe that was Chokley. If it is, that's 13 for her. It was. Boaknight for 3, an air ball, and it's out of bounds. All that momentum is kaput for Brunswick. Biggest lead for Guilford is now 14, and they have the basketball again. 2:50 left to go here in the third quarter. It's frustrating when you're going through this stretch. I've been on some bad teams myself, but I've also been on buses, as Matthew's up to 15 now. After these games are over, and I've been around bad teams, and it's just abysmal. It's hard when you're losing like this, and the Dolphins fought so hard between those second and third quarters. You know, A for effort, but it's just a lot of easy things the Dolphins are not doing consistently, and you just can't win games like that. Harris was short. It's 16 straight points, by the way, now for Guilford Tech. So Leach, Prashai McCoy, Anaya Hemby, Jada Burnett, Kaylin Logan Boaknight. That's the 5 right now for Coach Joe. Boy, Leach, they got to keep feeding her. She's up to 14. She's the only one who looks comfortable offensively here this afternoon. Put back by Chokley is good, as Guilford Tech answers right back. And Brunswick with some things to discuss. This one slipping away as the Titans up by 17. We'll take another timeout. Welcome back, everybody. Give you some player totals for the Titans. It's not a deep team, so a lot of players in double figures. LaAsia Matthews, Bentley Chokley with 15 points each. Precious Harris has 10. Jamaria Miles with 8. Tovia Rooks with 4. For Brunswick, Jemiah Leach with 14 points in the game. Kaylin Logan Boaknight, Prashia McCoy have 6 points apiece. 4 for Sidasia Murphy. Anaya Hemby with 2. Skylar Lassiter with 2. And then 1 for Jada Burnett. But it has been all Guilford since Brunswick had that 12-0 run. Guilford Tech has put the clamps down. I think it was 32-31. It would be 21-4 run. I don't think I did that math right. Let's just go back and see, shall we? Guilford led it 34-21. Dolphins made it 34-33. So Dolphins have just 2 points in that time. And it's 18-2. That's the current run for Guilford right now. Doing math on a Saturday afternoon. Entry pass again. Jada Burnett's done that well all season long. She's got good reflexes, I guess you could say. Second team foul on Guilford. Burnett will go out. Sidasia Murphy will check in with 1 minute to go here in this third quarter. Kaylin Logan Boaknight. Krishia McCoy. Hemby bounce pass to Leach. Leach can't get it to go. Sidasia Murphy went for the rebound, and it's deflected to Hemby. Hemby now from the corner. Can't get it to go. Oh, Murphy took a tough fall. Harris had that deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Titans. Well, Guilford Tech, you know, when you're on a 4-game road trip like the Titans are and you can get these first 2, it's always a boost. They'll have a tough one at Catawba on Tuesday, is game 3 of that 4-game trip. Dolphins are going to have a very tough one on Wednesday against Cape Fear. The Sea Devils are looking real good. They and Bryan and Stratton are the two I'm most interested in seeing. I really like Southwest Virginia. I like how they play. I think they're just a smart basketball team. They're a well-coached basketball team. Ooh, Bryan and Stratton and Cape Fear look deadly. We've seen Lewisburg already. Lewisburg kind of getting back to what they're used to doing up there. Dolphins got to get a shot off. I'm not sure they're even aware. Third quarter in the books. It's all Titans here today, 52-35 as we go to the final quarter. Be back here in just a moment. Dolphins basketball is brought to you by our friends at Coastal Transplants. You see us run all of those ads during the breaks, but I can't emphasize the great work that Coastal Transplants does. I don't know. I meant to ask Coach Joe if I went to Oak Island. I always go to Oak Island when I come down for the holiday tournament, and it looks like they had just done some work down there, and I was wondering if Coastal Transplants was the one that did the work down in Oak Island. Oh, what a buzzer beater there by Matthews. She's been hot from three here in the second half. She's up to 18 points in the game. Guilford Tech has opened it up. It is 20. Dolphins, to their credit, fought their way back from down 13 to make it a one-point game, but then Guilford said, no more of that. Jemiah Leach has been a bright spot today, though, up to 16 points. She had a tough game on Wednesday, but remember, she exploded against Cleveland, had 26 points in that game on the road. So really having herself a nice month of January. We got a sub in. It looks like Miles is out, and it's tough to see these Guilford numbers. I don't know why. Maybe I need to go see the eye doctor. I think Rooks is back in, though. It looks like Rooks. Shot clock down to 5. Dolphins hustling defensively. Jumper no good by Harris. Then it's taken away and laid up and in. Again, I believe that's Rooks. If it is, it's Tovia's second field goal. She's up to 6, and I was right. It is Rooks. I can't believe all the beaches are charging the park down there, too, now. You don't have to pay in the off-season, but I don't know. That kind of stuff just when I lived in Myrtle Beach, they just started in Myrtle Beach doing the pay-to-park thing. It just leaves kind of a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know. That's going to be a throwaway. Dolphins will get it back. 7:49 to go in the game. But at least it's free in the offseason. I think Myrtle Beach doesn't do year-round parking. Anaya Hemby on the right wing. Sadasia Murphy. And we're looking to get it into Leach. Ball was deflected. Jemiah tried to save it, and then it's eventually won by Guilford. Titans on their way to their 5th win of the year. All of those coming in region play. And Erica Handy calling a timeout here. See if it's a full or a 30-second timeout. Didn't see a signal, but we're going to take it anyways. We'll be back in 30. Welcome back, everybody. Guilford by 20. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. I don't know if you guys are like me, but if you're anything like me on a Saturday morning, you kind of like to get everything for the week out of the way, and then you can just enjoy your weekend. Obviously, I'm doing some work now, but this really isn't work. Those of you who work for a living, this is nonsense. But anyways, so I get up and I go grocery shopping, and it's Saturday, and on Saturdays, I always get a little treat, get something, because, basically the rest of the week I'm starving myself. It's fine turning 40, by the way. It's fine. I'm fine. But, you got to starve yourself. So anyways, I go to the store before lunch today, and I get myself a little brownie thing, and the thing says 180 calories per serving, and there's 2 brownies. Caitlin Logan Boaknight with a nice steal out of the timeout. Anyways, I'm thinking that's pretty good, right? 180 calories, and I'm figuring, well, it's probably like half the brownie or something. No, ladies and gentlemen. It's a quarter of the brownie. Now, these are regular-sized brownies, by the way. Who is cutting a regular-sized brownie into 4 different pieces and serving it to their family? That's a domestic dispute waiting to happen. Caitlin Logan Boaknight gets it to go. She's up to 8 points. Into the forecourt now, Matthews. Miles is in double figures, by the way. She scored the last bucket, I believe, for Guilford. I mean, you take a regular brownie and cut it into 4 pieces and give it to your family and see what happens. What kind of a reaction are they going to... I know most of what packaging is at grocery stores. Most of what they do with packaging is marketing. So I'm thinking they put like 180 calories thinking, oh, it's healthy. But calories are not. I'm eating both of them today. I had one of them before the game. I didn't wait. Inside 6 minutes to go. Guilford, comfortable 20-point lead. Caitlin Logan Boaknight has cooled off here in the second half. Good start to the game. Rooks on the near side. Harris putting the moves on. Throws it up short. And then Matthews was out of bounds, so Dolphins will get it back. Boatnight does have 8 today. McCoy turns it over, gets it back. Hemby extra pass to Kaylin, and she's going to the free throw line. This is the aggressiveness I was looking for. She had it in the first half, starting to get it back here in the second half. Kaylin Logan Boatnight from Raleigh. Cache Morton going to come in for Anaya Hemby, who leaves with 2 points in the game. Morton, who played in the first half, scoreless so far here today. Kaylin Logan Boatnight, 68% at the free throw line. Well, you guys aren't going to believe this. There is a dad from the Bryan and Stratton team who's watching our game. Hard up for entertainment on a Saturday afternoon. Shout out to you, Paul Wilson. I got a text message from, that's Liv Bodenheimer's dad. Must have heard me talking about Bryan and Stratton and Cape Fear, yeah. By the way, for my new friend Paul, and for the rest of you, we're going to be doing the Region 10 tournament. Brunswick is hosting it this year, so y'all are stuck with me for that coverage coming up in March. That's going to be real fun. Like I said, my top 4 right now, Cape Fear and then Bryan and Stratton, Lewisburg, and Southwest Virginia in no particular order. I haven't seen Patrick and Henry. I don't know anything about them. Oh, Paul's scouting. Paul, tell him go easy on us, please. So both free throws are good for Rooks. Rooks is up to 8 points. As we go past the midway point here in the final quarter, Cache Morton. Kaylin Logan Boatnight. Leach attacks, not that time. A rare miss for her today. 16 in the game for Jemiah. Yeah, Paul, why not? Let's do requests. He's asking how many teams go to the regional. I think everybody plays in the region tournament. I think there might be a first round at host sites or buys in play. I don't really know, to answer your question, Paul. I have not thought that far ahead in January. I do know Coach Joe and I talked about, I think it's possible that 2 teams out of our region can go to the national tournament, though. So winning the region is not necessarily the end-all, be-all, as we have an intentional foul called on Guilford. So Kaylin Logan Boatnight, who's into double figures, she heard me talking about her. She's really picked up the offensive pace at the free throw line, gets the first one to go. But I think everybody's involved in the Region 10 tournament. I just don't think that everybody's going to be in Brunswick. So Boatnight up to 12. Leach and Logan Boatnight have 28 of the 43. And it'll be Dolphins basketball with 4:20 left to go. McCoy, Boatnight. This zone has done its job here in the second half for Guilford Tech, as you see another turnover by the Dolphins. Step back J is good over on the far side of your screen. That time it was Miles, who's now got a dozen. Miles gets the swat. I don't think Miles got the foul there, but I think the foul was before the swat. Skylar Lassiter coming in for Brunswick now. Krishaya McCoy going to come out of the game. So Lassiter, Cache Morton, Logan Boaknight in the backcourt, and Leach and Murphy up front. Morton to Lassiter. Kalen Logan Boaknight. Too strong off the glass. Rebound by Rooks. Chokley is out of the game with 15. Matthews is still out there with a game-high 18 points. Harris, again, doing work. Precious Harris with a dozen. Looking good on that play. That is what good, aggressive offense looks like. Just attacking, using your athleticism, forcing the defense to make a play. A foul called here. That's going to be 4 on Guilford, so we might have some bonus free throws upcoming for Brunswick. I think Erica Handy is questioning things off our camera, so. It's a short bench, so she's got to be cognizant of the amount of fouls somebody has, and it looks like Harris is going to go out. Williams back in for Guilford Tech. Going to be the first win on this court for the Titans since 2018. Cache Morton out to Lassiter. Kalen Logan Boaknight. Boaknight cut off, bounce pass, and getting in the lane was Miles. Nice play by Miles. Throws the pass to Matthews, lays it up. No, Miles, the offensive rebound. Miles blocked by Murphy. That's at least the third block for Sedasia. Lassiter will attack. Lassiter, no whistle. They're letting them play down the stretch here. Numbers for Guilford, and Miles had it stripped out of bounds. If you're just joining us, it was a pretty close game in the first half. And then about midway through the second quarter, nobody had a bigger lead than 7 up until the midway point in the second quarter. Guilford Tech went up 13. Dolphins, between the second and third quarters, 12-0 run. And as you can see, it cut it to a 1-point game, and then Guilford went on something like a 20-2, something like that run, and just put this thing to bed. Free throws to come with 1 on the shot clock. It's Miles. Third team foul on Brunswick. Jamaria Miles, 13 points per ball game, 72% at the line, 7.5 rebounds per night as well. And again, so quiet for such a long stretch. She scored 8 quick points in about a 90-second span in the first quarter. We didn't hear from her again until right now, and all of a sudden she's up to 14. So, streaky player, but a good one for Coach Handy. Cache Morton on the near side. Lassiter bounce pass to Kaylin Logan Boatnight. Back to Skylar Lassiter, who puts it up and in. I wanted to note something before the broadcast ended today. I'm kind of a broadcasting nerd, so I pay attention to a lot of media coverage and stuff. The South Carolina LSU women's game got better ratings than the NBA did on TNT on Thursday night. How about that? That was the game to watch, to be honest. That South Carolina LSU game was a fight. I think there is a lot of cynicism in the world, and there's people who don't think we're making progress, but women's basketball is making progress, big progress. And I think it needs to be acknowledged. 3 off the mark by Matthews. Put back is good. Dolphins, unfortunately, the streak continues. They're going to fall today. As Guilford Tech going to win their 5th game of the year. 5-10 record is where they're going to be, and 5-8 in the region, as it looks like they can dribble it out here, 71-45. I don't see this coach calling a timeout to set up a play like that coach from Wake did on Wednesday. Ridiculous. Instead, Titans doing what they should be doing, running this one out and getting this W. 71-45, the victory for Guilford Tech, as we will be back in action on Wednesday. It's the Dolphins and Sea Devils, the rival game against Cape Fear. And we'll have that one for you Wednesday at 6 p.m. Once again, your final today, Titans 71, Dolphins 45. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care.